So it's been 9 months since I made this video here, the 10 things you need to know about the Creator Connections program. But the program's different now. It's changed. Amazon continues to push it. It has evolved, and there's a lot of people that still are trying to get a grasp on the basics of how the program works. So I'm going to give you now the 15 things. That's right. I went from 10 to 15. I'm going bonkers over here. 15 things you need to know now about the Creator Connections program. Really trying to get you guys into a position so you can really maximize your efforts and energy whenever you are participating in Creator Connections. Because look, Creator Connections is the focal point of the Amazon Influencer Program at this point. We're going to talk more about that here in just a little bit. So if you don't know, my name is Rob. I've been in the Influencer Program for 2.5 years, and I'm here sharing my tips, tricks, and advice. These are things that I've learned along the way, both good and bad, to hopefully help you make more money in the Amazon Influencer Program. So if that sounds good to you, like it's in your wheelhouse, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button. And then if you get halfway through this video, you find it's actually helpful, maybe also hit the like button too. Or you can just do your boy a favor and hit the subscribe and like now. I do think I am your Amazon influencer guy. All right, so let's just get straight into this list. 15 things to go through here. First on the list, the on-site videos, shoppable videos that you're making as an Amazon influencer, they do qualify for Creator Connections additional commissions. Now, Creator Connections was originally designed for off-site to help push traffic off-site over to Amazon and to incentivize creators to create off-site content. And it wasn't actually until just recently that Amazon started including the on-site even into some of their documentation. One of their last things they released specifically talks about off-site and on-site as part of Creator Connections campaigns. So it does qualify. So those videos that you are creating right now as an Amazon influencer and you are uploading to Amazon, if you convert through those videos and you have a campaign accepted, you are in line to qualify for those additional commissions. So if you're wondering, do shoppable videos work? Yeah, they absolutely do, just as good as the offsite stuff does. And in fact, some would say that sometimes that the shoppable things is a little bit less intrusive or whatever, because you've already created the content. You don't have to push anything to Amazon. It's already sitting there on Amazon waiting to be consumed by the consumer. So yes, on-site shoppable videos do qualify for the additional Creator Connections commissions. Okay, so number 2, you don't have to have the product to earn on campaigns, and you don't have to have content to actually earn on these campaigns. See, Creator Connections is connected to your store ID. And if Amazon says that your store ID is connected to certain products, even if they're not products you have made content for directly, you can indirectly still earn on those campaigns. So let's say, for example, I've got this remote control, right? I created a video for this remote control and I uploaded it to my storefront. And let's say people watch my video, but the video wasn't very good. And so they didn't buy this, but they bought other stuff. Maybe it was a remote control, maybe it was a VCR, I don't know, whatever. And so Amazon will look at that and all of those purchases that are connected to me because they originally watched my video about this. And Amazon will make a determination on if I qualify for those extra things as related content. And so you're going to find that when you accept campaigns sometimes, especially if you're using the Oink for Influencers toolkit, that it sometimes accepts campaigns for you, oftentimes, that you don't actually have any direct content for. But that's because those products were actually connected to your store ID on a sales report typically. And so we're going to accept those campaigns for you. And then if Amazon says, okay, yeah, you actually qualify for that additional commission, then whenever that product ships out, then you're going to see your Creator Connections commissions go up. So whenever you accept campaigns, you don't have to actually have any direct content or the product on hand for that particular campaign. And look, if you don't convert any sales on, fine, you just won't make any money on it. But if you do, if Amazon ends up determining that you are in line for some related product commissions, then that's where those campaigns can really pay off in Creator Connections by getting you those extra commissions. Okay, content links are not required by Amazon. So within Creator Connections, there's a place where you can put a link to the content that you have created. Now, for a long time, it was said by Amazon that there was a system in place that they required links. They wanted, if you accepted a campaign, they wanted you to put a content link on there. And they had some theoretical 3-strike system that nobody ever actually seemed to be affected by, but it was there. Well, about 6 months ago, maybe 8 months ago, Amazon actually came out and said, actually, you don't have to have links anymore. You won't get punished for not having links. But what they didn't say was if it would affect our ability to earn on those campaigns. So in other words, if the campaign was starting to make me commission, would I still make that commission if I didn't put a link? Okay, I won't get in trouble, but I want the commission. And so Amazon actually came out with some recent documentation that specifically said that campaigns without links, not only do you not get punished, but it doesn't impact your ability to earn the additional Creator Connections commissions on those particular campaigns. So you don't have to put links on anything anymore. Now, I do think that it is a good idea to continue to put your video links minimally on campaigns which you've accepted that you can, like that you have content for, because brands do still want the links. In fact, if we go to number 4 here, brands like those links. Even if Amazon says it's not required, there are brands looking at those links. They can see them that are submitted over on their side. And if they're looking for collaboration partners with an influencer or affiliate or whatever, those links can be a great way to connect you to brands and your work with those brands. And what I will tell you this is that the number of people submitting links is atrocious right now because they don't have to do it. And so if you do add links to your campaigns, that is a great segue, a great foot in the door with these particular brands, especially if you're sending them any sort of messages of like saying, hey, I know you guys want links. I just submitted a link to this campaign. Can we do more work together? So brands do still want the links. They can see those links when you submit them. And because so many people are just not submitting any anymore, and I mean, very few are submitting links these days, then if you submit your own links, that can really be something that puts you ahead of the competition whenever you're talking about trying to form these relationships with these brands. Now, this was an interesting one. Creator connection commissions or campaigns have nothing to do with the links. So there's still a bit of a misconception out there. I've heard this a couple times in the last month, like, well, but if I don't put a link, how does Amazon know what they're supposed to pay me? So Creator Connections has not ever been, as far as the way that they pay out the commissions, it's never been associated with your links at all. The links were merely just for like verification that you did the thing that you were supposed to do. Because even take, for example, like what if you put a YouTube link on there, right, to a YouTube video? There's no store ID or anything in your YouTube link. It's just a YouTube link that has a link if somebody goes and watches your video. So the link system was always just set up as a way to just sort of make sure you were doing what you were supposed to do or what you said you were going to do with the content. So by not submitting links anymore, it doesn't have any impact at all on your getting paid from Creator Connections. They do all of that tracking through the store ID that's attached to the actual purchases themselves. So whenever somebody buys something, like whenever you're looking at your sales report, everything on your sales report is connected to your store ID. So whenever Amazon goes to ship this remote control out, they're going to ship it out and they're going to go, okay, we're shipping this today. Is there any affiliate tag associated with this? And they'll say, yeah, Fizz's thing's on there. And they'll say, okay, cool. Does he have a Creator Connections campaign accepted for it already? And they'll go, yeah, of course. And then they'll pay me the extra commission. So that's how you get paid. It's all through the tracking of the actual sales themselves, nothing to do with the links. So don't be concerned about not getting paid simply because you don't do links. Now, you can only earn from one campaign for a sale. So it's not uncommon on Creator Connections for a brand, let's say for this remote control, whoever makes this to end up putting more than one campaign in Creator Connections that you could potentially accept. Now, if you look at that from the outside, you might go, wow, I can earn a lot of money if I accept all 50 or sometimes several hundred campaigns, which don't get me started. But you could look at that from the outside and think, well, you could earn a lot of money just by accepting all campaigns. And au contraire, bonjour, that's not how it works. Whenever you make a sale, whenever somebody buys this and it's connected to your store ID, Amazon has a rule in place that they're only going to pay out on one campaign at a time. And two, they're always supposed to pay out on the one with the highest commission rate. Now, I don't necessarily trust Amazon to always do that because there's a lot of automation going on and things like that. So that's why, I never intentionally accept more than one campaign for a product. So like for this, if there's 50 campaigns, I just want the one that has the highest commission rate. Anything less than that gives Amazon a chance to accidentally pay me less than they're supposed to. And because I can only earn on one campaign at a time once, even if they pay me correctly, I don't need to see 50 empty campaigns in my active tab. It makes it a nightmare to scroll. So they only pay you on one campaign at a time. Now, something else that might happen is, so like in the Oink for Influencers extension, it will accept the best campaign for you. But like, let's say the next month that brand put out a better campaign. It has a higher commission rate or better end date or whatever. And then so you'll accept that one because it's actually better than the one that you had. But unless something's better than the one that you've already got, there's no need to accept more than one campaign. It just ends up mucking up your active tab. And now, one more thing to mention here. If you accept multiple campaigns for some reason for the same product and they're all the same commission rates, Amazon's just going to dole it out willy-nilly. It doesn't matter. They're just going to randomly pick one at any given time. Now, you might look at that and you might see 5 or 10 campaigns with a little bit of earnings on each one. And you're going to go, see, look, they're paying me out on each campaign with a sale. Incorrect. What they're actually doing there is they're picking whatever one they want at that particular time, and they're just applying it to that one. The next time a sale comes in, they're going to go, okay, all the commission rates are the same. Just throw it on one. So whenever you see campaigns for the same products, but the sales are getting spread around like that, is because all the commission rates were actually the same, and because of that, Amazon doesn't play favorites with it. Now, if one of the commission rates were higher, that would be the only one that would be earning your commission. But otherwise, they're just going to throw it out there. Whichever one gets it, gets it. And that actually takes me to number 7. Amazon pays on the highest commission rate. Again, I don't want to accept anything that's less than the best, just to make sure Amazon doesn't have a chance to not pay me what they're supposed to. So that's why I only accept the best one that's available. Accepting campaigns doesn't always mean more money. So one of the interesting things that I've learned about Creator Connections and the people's perception of Creator Connections is that it's money in the bank. But the reality is the majority of products that are listed on Creator Connections, much like on Amazon, are never going to sell. And just because they have a campaign on them on Creator Connections, 50%, it could be 100. It doesn't matter. If the product doesn't sell, you can't earn money from it, right? You can't make money if Amazon's not making money on something. So it's very easy to look at all of these campaigns and the shininess of Creator Connections in the campaign and all the high commission rates. But in reality, if that campaign is full of products that aren't moving, people aren't buying, it doesn't matter what the commission rate is on it. You can't make any money on it. So don't assume automatically that just because there's a campaign for it, or even just because there's a campaign you accept on it even, that you're automatically going to make money. What you're going to find is that a lot of campaigns expire and you're not going to make a single cent on it, ultimately because you either didn't have anything that converted related to that, or it was just a product that wasn't selling. But Creator Connections is not a slam dunk. It's more like a beautiful alley-oop. Now, when you start selling some stuff, you're going to immediately go over to Creator Connections and go, hey, they haven't paid me yet. Creator Connections reporting is sometimes slow. Whenever you're looking at your main page on Creator Connections, it's going to show you an amount. It's like a rolling amount on the main page of how much you're currently earning over the course of those 30 days. And you're going to see something on your sales report on one day, and you're going to go back that next day, and it's not showing up quite yet. What I've noticed with the reporting is that sometimes things will show up very quickly, and then sometimes things will seem like they take a week. And I don't understand that. But once they do actually get calculated, that actually takes me to number 10, that the payments for those are actually going to go out at least 60 days from the time that those products ship out. So let's say if something sold today, and 60 days from now, it'll be ready to be paid out. And then the next series of payments, usually for Amazon, it's like at the end of the month. So it'll be included as part of those payments. So it has to have at least 60 days of maturity from the time that the product has shipped to make sure products aren't getting returned. And then once it's reached that level of 60-day maturity, then the next pay cycle, which at the end of that month, typically, you'll see it included as in a payment with, I can't remember if it's with your on-site or your off-site, but it doesn't come as a separate payment. It's going to come connected to one of those. And so for me, like for example, I get 2 payments each month. I get an off-site and an on-site, and Creator Connections is just lumped into one of those there. Now let's get into some brand sample talk and messaging. Brands, there's a place on each Creator Connection that says we offer samples, and they used to actually say yes sometimes. I don't think they ever say yes anymore, but that doesn't mean that they don't. In fact, there's a lot of them that actually do. So whenever you're looking for collaboration opportunities, you're looking for sample collaboration opportunities, don't pay attention. Honestly, I never look to see what they put on that particular field. I'm just sending them the message anyways. Again, it's something where they used to do it quite a bit. You'd see them say yes, and we as influencers were like, okay, well, let's find the ones that say yes. But word kind of got out over time that all you got to do is message these brands in a lot of cases, and they'll just go ahead and send it to you even if they didn't necessarily list it. So my 2 cents on that is don't even look at that part of the campaign details page. Most people I know don't look at it, and whatever it says, ignore it, send them a message anyways, which actually takes us now to number 12. Brand messaging is hot right now, but not necessarily a good thing, at least all the time. So brand messaging is probably one of the hottest topics in Creator Connections right now. Tools like Oink and other extensions have made it really easy to message these brands on a pretty large scale versus a standard kind of copy, paste, or typing everything out, right? And even you can target specific products that you want to ask for with these. And because of that accessibility, it has exploded. I've had a couple of conversations, and sellers are getting absolutely slammed with messages right now. I mean, slammed. Like, they're not reading all of them typically, and the ones that they are, they're just skimming through them real quick. in order to see basically like, does this give me some sort of vibe or feel, and respond. A lot of messages that you're going to send, you're just not going to get a response to. Certainly, the better the message is, and the more you can sort of offer within your message, is going to help elevate your response. So, I'm a big fan of not the copy paste necessarily, but like trying to put some personality and some personalization into the messages that you're sending. Right? It's sort of like when you meet somebody face to face, shaking their hand, looking them in the eye, recognizing they exist and that you care about them. I think it's a bad idea to show up and say, hey, I want stuff, you have stuff, can I have stuff? Not a great approach. But if you show up and go, hey, I'm Fizz, I see that you guys have this product here. Look, I actually just submitted a link, going back to what I was saying earlier, to this other campaign, and I know that they want links. Hey, can we do some more stuff together? We're already working together. You guys just didn't know it. Create some sort of personalization there, and you can do that still with automation with Oink in an efficient way, and send out a bunch of messages like that look very personalized to each brand that you're sending those to. But brand messaging is a big deal. Rejection's part of the game, but numbers are also part of the game too. So it's something that everybody, I think, should be doing. It's an important part of your product pipeline. Product pipeline, I talk about a lot on this channel, that it's the number one problem the influencers have to solve, to make sure they have a consistent stream of products coming in every single day, so you can continually create new content. And being able to get these types of collaboration samples can play a big part of that. So I do love the brand messaging stuff, but it is extremely popular and extremely inundated and overwhelmed with influencers. But that just means that you have to be strategic about the types of messages that you're sending and the people and the brands that you're sending them to. And with that being said too, over communicating with brands is a good thing. Brands are used to sending samples out to influencers, and the influencer dropping off the face of the earth. Even whenever that influencer uploads it, the brand's like, did they upload it or did they not? Over communicating, developing a relationship with these brands is not only appreciated by these brands, because most people are not communicating with them at all, other than saying, can I have your stuff? But it also, again, helps to create a relationship between you and the brands. And that's something you can then start to rely on as you want more collaboration samples, or you want collaboration partners. If they start to know Fizz, right, because I was a good communicator, that's right there is a step above what the majority of other influencers are doing out there, which are just, they're asking for the thing without offering much value in return. And whenever they get it, they upload it, should be uploading it, and then they just disappear off the face of the earth. So over communicate just like you would in any relationship. Now this one's an interesting one. So creator connections, we started kind of talking about this maybe at the beginning of the year, where we could see a world where creator connection, the commissions that you make from that, were going to overtake Amazon influencer commission rates. Actually, I would say we really I started paying more attention to this probably 7 months ago, in that range, and it happened very, very quickly. I am making far more now in creator connections, and a lot of people are, than they are in the Amazon influencer program. There's nothing really to take away from this other than the fact that that just shows the power of what creator connections can do, and why it's getting so much focus, and why you should be focusing on it. It is powerful, especially if you can get strategic with it and actually come up with some sort of daily strategies and play. It doesn't have to be grandiose or anything, just some sort of consistency that you're doing every single day in creator connections, because if you can convert there, then you're going to be also converting on the Amazon influencer side. You have to convert on Amazon side first before you can convert on creator connections. So if you're converting on creator connections, that means you're also converting on the Amazon influencer side. And even if you're not making that much money on the Amazon influencer side, that's two sources now basically of income from two different places. And that's a pretty good, so just be aware of how important creator connections is right now, and how effective it is whenever you use it at even an average to moderate level. Now, my last one that I want to leave you guys with here is, one of the things that's interesting in creator connections is there's a sort button where you can sort. It just says commission, but it automatically just sorts to the 50% commission rates. The problem with that, from my standpoint, for me, it's cool, but those are so oversaturated with other influencers. It's one of the main sort options that people choose whenever they're looking for products to participate with. It sounds good, right? 50% commission rate's a lot of money. And then the 10 percenters, even the 15 percenters, tend to not get as much traction or excitement behind them. There's not even an option to sort by them. That's how little people seem interested. But for me, I am an all-day 10 percenter, because one, I like to zig when everybody else is zagging. If everybody's going for those higher commission rates, people forget that 10% commission rate on creator connections is still 5 times what you might see on the Amazon influencer side. So it is extremely powerful. Now, when you look at it against the 50%, yeah, it's not as sexy, but it's still really good. So one of my biggest things that I love to do is target those 10 and 15 percenters. The products tend to be less oversaturated with influencer videos, and you can make a lot of money on a product that's not oversaturated and is selling really well at a 10% commission rate. So don't get too wrapped up in like, I always want the high commission rates. To be honest, I never sort by commission rate. I just take, typically my sort is from the newest release, and I just keep scrolling. And even whenever I'm looking for brands to collaborate with, if I'm going to request a sample, I don't even look at the commission rate, because if I think the thing can make me money, to me, it's going to make me money regardless of the commission rate that it's at. I assume everything's 10%, right? Minimum. But as long as I can make money at 10%, if I can convert it at higher, great. But I don't even really pay attention to the commission rate. I pay attention to the products and the opportunity that is wrapped up in those products. And if I see opportunity, then it doesn't matter to me what the commission rate's going to be. I'm going for it. So that's what I've got for you guys here as the updated video. And hopefully this answers a lot of the questions that might still be lingering out there. It won't answer all of them. I'm very aware of that. But hopefully this actually kind of shores up some of the misconceptions and voids that are still left in the program. Now look, there's going to be more voids because Amazon, I do believe, is continuing to push this program. I got some theories of where they're pushing it to, but for now, this is what we've got. There's always some things that we don't have total clarity on, but that's okay. We know what we know, and we can operate within that and do very well if we get strategic about how we are approaching creator connection. So for me, like, I'll just be honest with you. Every day when I used to wake up, I used to spend a lot of time on the Amazon side doing product research almost every day, and creator connections was sort of secondary to me. As those commissions started to level out and creator connections caught up and then surpassed the Amazon influencer side, I don't spend a lot of time anymore on the Amazon side looking for products. I'm usually starting on creator connections now. Now, this is actually a side note. A good product is going to be good in creator connections and without creator connections, right? So there's still a lot of value in going to Amazon and finding products that have a chance to boom, right? And then whenever you get a creator connections thing on top of that, then that makes it even bigger boom. But keep in mind, campaigns end. And at the end of the campaign, you still want a product that has an opportunity to convert, even if it doesn't have that elevated commission rate on top of it. So there is still a lot of value in starting with Amazon and just going with like, look, base products are always going to be winners. They might not pop as fast as a creator connection one, but some things in creator connections don't work out. And those campaigns sometimes are gone. And whenever that campaign disappears, you want to be left still with a product that can make you money in some form or fashion. And so good products at the core are still the thing that drives everything here, whether it's commissions in the influencer program or commissions in the creator connection side. So good products are always going to be the anchor to this entire program. So let me know if you guys got any questions. I really appreciate you guys watching this. As always, I appreciate the support for this channel and for Oink. If you don't have Oink for influencers yet, if you're an Amazon influencer, I'll put a link down in the description below. You can go check it out. That's it. Thanks, you guys, as always. We'll see you on the next video. Peace out.